Is the Pokemon TCG market going to crash anytime soon or in the near future? Well, that is the topic that we're going to discuss today, ladies and gentlemen. Hello everyone, I hope you're having a good beginning of February this year so far. Today I actually wanted to stray away from something different than the usual unboxings that we do. I actually wanted to talk about a specific topic about the Pokemon TCG market, something that many people want to know about and is important from a consumer's point of view and also an investor's point of view. If it looks awkward that I'm looking down at my phone constantly, it's because I wrote down on my notes, because if I wanted to freestyle this, it wouldn't have been too bad, it wouldn't have ended too well, so it would have been really all over the place and comments and opinions everywhere, left, right and center, so that's why I wrote it down. So if it looks bad that I keep looking down at my notes, well, sorry. Anyways, let's get into things. In early 2020, when something that was introduced into the world that would cause very minor damage to the economy and livelihoods of many people, a very, very minor thing, starting with a C, respawned or introduced many people to the world of Pokemon TCG. I wouldn't just say it was due to the big C word, because there has been a steady increase in the popularity of Pokemon TCG, regardless of a pandemic or not. But it had no doubt aided that increase into the series. Now, that's already great news to hear, to be honest, from an investor's standpoint, right? But like more people being introduced into the series or coming back into the series, that means more people investing their time and money, of course, into this great way of entertainment, relaxation, and or collecting. So I myself became one of those people as of last year, towards the end of last year, that decided to get back into the TCG scene once I had some more free time as of last year, of course, because we didn't have to go back into college in the last 2 months before the exams started, and stabilization of income wasn't really a worry to me at that time as well. So college work and income, they weren't really two things that I had to worry too much about at the time. So that's why I decided to get back into the TCG scene. And if anyone has been catching up with the news, of course, news articles or any website forums from this topic of Pokemon TCG, I highly recommend Poke Guardian and Poke Beach as a good source of Pokemon or Pokemon TCG related news. Then you would know that the market till now has absolutely been mental. It has just blown up left, right and center. Let me give you a picture so you can imagine it. It's like if you went to the supermarket and you wanted to buy something that you always buy for yourself, like the essentials: bread, milk, toilet paper, and you know that the store will eventually run out of supplies on the shelf due to the massive volume that barges their way in to get these exact products you're buying. However, in the back of your head, you know that there's a lot more of these products in the back of the store where the storage is, and now is when you start to think,
oh no, if I don't get my hands on these products quick enough, Mary from down the road will beat me to it and get the last toilet roll.
Guess what? There will be literally no more products on the shelf. No, I'm just kidding. Guys, there will always be toilet paper for you in stores. Just depends on whether you use 2-ply or 6-ply. Anyways, back to the example I'm trying to make. It's a psychological way of thinking that makes people buy insane or mass amounts of a product because they think that they'll never be in stock again, or they know that it will be supplied again, but they won't know when. So as you can see, uncertainty is obviously a massive problem at play. So how do we see this in the context of Pokemon TCG in the market? Well, let's look at the modern sets of Pokemon Sword and Shield Vivid Voltage, a set that was only released in late 2020, around November or December. By the way, if you haven't watched the first video on this channel, it was us actually unboxing a Vivid Voltage booster. I recommend you do watch that video, it's pretty good, nice pulls. Anyways, this set was to see probably 4 to 5 different waves, and by waves I mean when a set is released, it will go through stages throughout the year in forms of printing. So like a set of Vivid Voltage, when it was printed in November, aka being the first wave, and then after that, probably a few months after that, it would be the second wave, and then another few months after that would be the third wave, etc, etc. So this applies to all sets of Pokemon TCG, not just the Vivid Voltage set. So we would expect Vivid Voltage to come in waves like all the other predecessor sets. However, this hype towards the Pokemon TCG right now, and the continuous hype that will lead further on into the year, will make these reprints of sets probably like potentially 8 or 9 more like waves instead of the typical 4 to 5. Now you might think to yourself, oh, I haven't got my hands on one of these sets yet, but if they're going to be reprinted so much, I shouldn't have to worry, because you know, I'll get my Unified Minds booster box in the next few months. Unfortunately, that's not exactly always the case. Standard price of newly released Pokemon booster box is around $100 to maybe $120 US, and then with the market rising right now, you'll be lucky to even get your hands on a set of newly released booster boxes or packs or cards that are at that price range. I remember seeing Vivid Voltage, like I said in that video. I remember seeing a Vivid Voltage booster box being sold for around $150 US in December, and I think I bought it for $120 in November, so around MSRP. And ever since December, then it just had slowly started to increase and go further and further. And that company that I bought it from eventually just went out of stock on Vivid Voltage booster boxes. The last price I saw it at was around $200 US, I think. That was probably the final price I seen it at before it got like all sold out in the shelves. So when it reached this point, all of the stock had been sold out. So what can we take away from this? Well, first of all, we can see that panic buyers are a thing. When they start to see their favorite products start to hike up in price, hike up in price one day after another without fully knowing the reason why. And another thing we can see is that many scalpers, unfortunately, scalpers are a big, I suppose, well, not a huge problem, but like it kind of does make the market flow a bit, but scalpers are kind of a problem. Scalpers will start to buy mass bulks of these products and distribute them privately for an even more insane markup, like on eBay, we'll say, or Amazon. Now, whether these scalpers are themselves actual Pokemon or TCG card collector just really don't care and want to make a quick buck, well, that's another topic for another video. We can see that these outrageous markups from private sellers can really start to degrade the availability of products from your local LGS, of course, and your like your availability to get it anywhere really in any shop, and two, the uncertainty factor of whether these people are trustworthy or not to buy from, because you know, when you look at it, you're spending if you're spending $200 to $250 US for a newly released booster box set from a private seller. If they scam you, you know, that's you've lost out on quite a lot. Like, that's, you could have spent that $250 US on something else. Like, I know everyone out there is watching this doesn't want to go through the hassle of getting obviously a refund, or go through the troubles of getting a refund from buying off of a private seller. You know what? People are desperate nowadays too. It's like, that's the thing, people are desperate, like, to buy. They will spend that money if it's $200, $230, $250, $300 for a booster box. Some people out there will go through lengths and actually spend that much money off the bat for a booster box that will probably be reprinted. Again, there is that uncertainty that it might not get reprinted. Like, we'll give like an example of Sun and Moon, that booster box, Unified Minds, that's like $800 right now, and it's because basically it's not being reprinted anytime soon. Uncertainty is obviously a big thing that you can see there. So these people probably don't know, either they know or they don't know that it's going to be reprinted and then later on in the year, and they just buy it as is straight away, $250, either off private seller or their LGS. And this shows against the impatience and panic buying problems with some consumers. So here are some final takeaways from this video. Do I think the Pokemon TCG market is going to crash or make a complete U-turn anytime soon or in the near future? Well, my answer is no. To be quite honest with you, I don't think it is. We see pre-orders now, not even actual products themselves that are lined up on the shelves, but actual pre-orders like Shining Fates that are going to come out at the end of this month in February. These pre-orders are being sold out consistently, and the market prices slowly make consumers panic and spend, unbeknownst to when the set will be reprinted again in the later months and being sold back at their MSRP price. Like, pre-orders being sold from private sellers at like insane market prices when they haven't even been hit the shelves yet, and you don't even know if that private seller or your company that you bought it from is going to even have enough stock to give it out to you when you bought the pre-order, or when you pre-ordered and when you're expecting to get it on that release date. I mean, like, guys, look at this. This is like, look at this. This is how does this make sense? Look at this. This is Steam. The Steam. Oh, look at this. How does this even make sense? This is the worst printed cards I've ever seen in a booster box set, and it's selling for this much right now. How does that even make sense? That doesn't make sense. It's way too overpriced for what it is, like, right now. Wow. Like, look at the madness. So you can clearly see for yourself. But you know what, guys, at the end of the day, whether the Pokemon TCG market will sustain itself and live up to this hype and continue its hype, or crash soon, you should still just enjoy the series for what it is, whether you're a collector, investor, or just someone who enjoys Pokemon overall. just enjoy the present day hype around it all, because you know what, isn't it nice to see that so many people are actually joining it or rejoining it and actually boosting the hype towards it. It's nice to see, isn't it? Other than the fact, obviously, that we're talking about the TCG market right now and buying, selling Pokemon booster boxes and packs and stuff like that. Push that to the side. It's nice to see that people are actually starting to join or rejoin from years back this series, because you know it's a good way of relaxing and entertainment. Anyways, guys, that is it for today's video. I wanted to steer away from the usual unboxings that that's put up on this channel and give my 2 cents on this topic, because it's a pretty big topic that will lead further on throughout the year. And if you have any comments, leave them in the comment section, because it's a pretty good topic to discuss among other people. I'd like to hear about, obviously, your opinions as well. This is just my opinion, but I'd love to hear about yours and all the other people that are out there, because TCG market is, of course, going mental right now. So anyways, thanks everyone. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment and subscribe. Follow me on all my social medias. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.